Why you should fear your purpose. First is that in order to dream big, in order to really tap in and get on the path of your purpose, it's got to shake you a little bit. It's got to rattle you a little bit. It's got to cause a little anxiety. It has to be beyond who you are. If you're comfortable with it, it's probably not your purpose, it's probably not your calling. Or you've grown comfortable with it because you haven't tapped back into yourself to extend yourself. Now, we talking about big P purpose. How you are connecting to your higher self. What Allah has given you to do with your life. Now, I can't tell you. Only you and your higher self can answer that question. But I do know one thing. If it isn't stretching you, if it isn't stretching your thinking, if it isn't taking you out of your comfort zone, then it ain't big enough. So that's why your purpose should scare you. It needs to be bigger than you. You can't do it by yourself. You're probably not going to accomplish it in this lifetime. And you probably don't know how to do it. These are the three traits, the three elements to a real, true, big calling, a big purpose that you've been called to do. You can't do it by yourself. Probably can't get it done in this lifetime. And you don't know how to do it. So the first part is always going to be, who do you need to work with? Who do you need to find to teach you how to do it? To take on your legacy, your big idea, and extend it beyond yourself? And of course, just who you need to work with to do the work. So get you out of your comfort zone. We're talking about psychological type. Talk about the shadow. We all have a shadow self. In our more science, we call it the higher self and the lower self. We all have a lower self. Personality type, we call it the shadow. That's where you're gonna be playing because it demands that you take in parts of yourself that you probably push to the side. Now that you don't even look at these parts as they're part of you. And this is where we need to face ourselves. Again, seeing ourselves through others. When the Most High speaks through others, shows us who we really are, shows us how we're bigger than where we're at right now. Another sign of why you should fear your purpose. Doing work that you normally wouldn't. This is a sign of a big P purpose. Working with people that you normally wouldn't work with, doing things that you normally wouldn't do. Because the vision is so big, the mission is so big, it's so aligned with your values. And you doing that work is really your authentic self. And getting out into the shadow piece, we all have different parts of ourselves that we get fixated on. We want to feel invulnerable. We want to feel free. We want to feel in control. We want to be right. And when you have a big purpose, it forces you out of that zone. For me, I like to have that security piece. It's a lot of the reasons why I'm at where I'm at, not quite to the level I want to be, but we leveling up. So I got to get out of that zone. Got to get uncomfortable. Again, going back to what we opened up with. It's bigger than me. I can't do it myself. It's a big uncomfortable piece for me. Got to get out there, connect with people, do things like this. But my goal, my purpose is to reach out and help other people find their purpose. Again, we got our January 8th webinar here on Facebook Live. We also been dropping the register link for the Zoom. We'll do a Q&A for those that are on the Zoom after we wrap up the webinar. So check us out on January 8th. And just remember, when you have a big P purpose, it's going to be harder, longer. It's going to cost more than we thought, but it's going to be the best thing you ever did. It's going to be so fulfilling. And it's going to level yourself up, level your life, and level those around you up because of your choice, your dedication, your strength to accept what you've been called to do. And this is why your purpose should scare you. Travis Sotawell, peace.